back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. Are you guys even ready? You guys are not ready. I'm saying, you guys are not ready for what's about to drop in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? You guys are definitely not ready. And you know how I know you guys are not ready? Because you don't know what's about to drop in 2 days. And you know what? I've never teased something this bad before, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it. I promise you guys, it's gonna be worth it. You know, this is a year's worth of hard work that's gonna be put into play here. So I hope you guys know how much of a big deal this is gonna be for me, for you, for everybody. I think that the vision of EGA is gonna take a dramatic shift after this, and I think that what we're gonna be doing is gonna be really aligned with my future goal. And this is the reason why I'm so excited. It's like I know the vision that I want, and I know what I'm gonna be working towards, what I want to see as a future for all of you guys, what I want to do to help the community, what I want to do to make sure that we're all on point going into 2021, because it's all about the growth mindset, baby. We want to keep people around us that will allow us to grow. And I did this in 2020 with the expectation to cut the people that weren't assisting me out of my life. I went from 20 friends to 3 friends, and it feels like a fitting moment, since this is the last stream of 2020, that I should do a little bit of a speech. So if you want to hear a speech, one of those famous T speeches, and hear about my year, throw a heart emoji in the chat. I love to see you guys react to the stuff that I say, because I know that you feel me heart to heart, and that's how I like to keep it. I like to keep it heart to heart, because it's about the truth. It's not about anything else. You may be living a life of fantasy, but at the end of the day, it's the truth that you can't escape from, and that's what's important. This year has been full of all challenges, guys. All challenges. I came from California back to Singapore to get my visa sorted. My visa got approved and then denied thanks to Trump's immigration laws that got changed. My visa was approved, and then it got denied, and my life crumbled in front of me. I lost my job overnight. I suffered big losses with a lot of financial things. Needless to say that it was a difficult year for me that year, because I had also lost a girlfriend. And, this was a 5-year relationship that I was in. And, I barely talk about this because, a part of me just kind of still feels a little bit painful. But then, obviously, like, that part is now over. And, obviously, this is me opening up about it because, these things, when you're in a relationship for that long, 5 years is a lot of time to give away to somebody, and then to realize that it's all gone, it's a difficult thing to go through. When you hear yourself, after that time, it's like you just feel like you're broken, you're defeated. I felt the most defeated last year. Okay, last year was the most defeated. Like in November and December, my life was at a all-time low, like the stock market during COVID crisis. My life was like a major sell-off, if you think about it. Like you can say, this was my life up here, and it went all the way to an all-time low right here. I went from here to here. There was no Fibonacci extension or retracement, guys. It was a straight plunge, because I lost. The thing is, I just signed a lease for my apartment too in Fremont in California, and then my job got taken away from me. So all of a sudden, I was paying a lease on my apartment, which I had to break. And then there was furniture in the house, and how do I get rid of that? So I had to move that onto storage, and I couldn't go back. Because once you get denied a visa, nobody knows this, but once you get denied a visa to America, you can't actually enter back on a tourist visa. It's actually a very shitty thing to experience. And so, it's a very, very problematic situation that I had on my hands. And so I had to get a friend of mine to move my apartment. So I'm telling you all my challenges, everything that has led up to this moment right now. Because some people think that, that others have it easy. Like starting a YouTube channel, starting something, that you really want to do, finding your passion is an easy process. Hell no. This has been the most tormenting process in my entire life, because it took me to drag myself through the deepest pits of hell last year and this year to get to the stage that I am, where I'm happy and I'm truly doing what I want to do. Okay, I'm seriously telling you guys, it took a lot of courage to come back from that. So obviously, after everything that I faced, I was depressed for a while. I'm not gonna lie, I was depressed. I was depressed in the month of November and December and even some of January. But you know, through the new year in 2020, I thought life would get better and I was optimistic about it. But the problem was I was searching for happiness from the outside. I was always looking for happiness from the outside. So I was finding gratification, you know, through external means. It's like, you know, you are in this circle where their pit is and you're constantly looking out for happiness, you know. But then after a while, you realize the external happiness, it's there for a little bit, but what happens is it disappears. It disappears very quickly, and then you have to constantly seek new happiness. You have to constantly seek new happiness in order to continue to be happy. And that wasn't working for me, you know, it wasn't working for me. So I decided to take a different approach. I decided to, instead of outrospecting, I decided to introspect. I decided to look within myself, to ask myself, what were the things that were disturbing me? I started to meditate. Okay, I'm serious. I still do this every day now. Okay, meditation helps, guys. I know some people are thinking like, oh man, this is hocus pocus, but no, there is something about meditation that helps you. And let me tell you, I figured this out. It's something very, very important. And I can afford to go through these things today because we're the final live stream of 2020. I feel like this is more of like a closing out for EGA this year. And I think that I want to say a few things about this year because there are a few things that I've realized and a few things I want to share with you guys. And these are all important things. So many people don't know, but meditation, what it helps with is not just to keep your mind quiet or give you grounding. It actually helps you to destroy something that messes with all of us on a daily basis. And that thing is called ego. Okay? And ego is the one most important thing that you need to control in your life, because if you don't control it, it's gonna consume you. And as a trader, this is something that consumes you on a daily basis. How does ego consume you on a daily basis? You make a loss, what happens? You're too afraid to sell that loss. Why? Because you have ego. You don't want to admit that you were wrong. That's the reason why people have trouble cutting losses. You get what I'm saying? And then when you're winning, you don't want to take profits. Why? Because you feel like there's more on the table. And then the stock goes down and then you're like, oh man, I should have taken profits. Well, too late. It was your ego that destroyed it for you. It was your ego. Your ego is the one that controls you and controls your sense of self. It controls your consciousness. It controls everything that you believe in. Okay? And if you don't control it, then it controls you. And this is something that you need to realize. So, I started to meditate and I started to look inward. I started to look within myself. What was my purpose? What do I want to do with my life? You know, and the idea of EGA had been floating around in my brain for a while. You know, I in fact, EGA was a napkin on like a pen on a napkin idea. You know, where I had the dream to simplify financial education for a long time. I knew that I wanted to disrupt the education sector. I knew for a long time, like, you know, that's something that I was very, very interested in. I knew the schooling system wasn't working. I had been through it myself, and I had felt the pitfalls of the education system. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a stab at it. But then EGA developed as actually a website idea. It developed as a website idea. And I decided that maybe I'll just write articles. Maybe I'm really just geared towards research. Maybe this is what I want to do. But then slowly this even dissolved. This dissolved. And then I realized that maybe I could start YouTube. And I asked myself, could I start YouTube? Did I have the personality for it? A million doubts came out. Millions of doubts came out. Was I good enough? Would people accept me? You know, all the things that were on the brink of success that separates you. This is success. And this is not trying. Okay? And the thing that separates you, this thing right here, this is fear. And the fear was very, very strong. It was strong for a while. It took me 2 months to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I crossed over and I realized that I'm going to attempt it. And that was my first video, guys. That was my first video on YouTube. It was so basic. It was just a basic video on, you know, if we go back now, it's crazy to see that we have 3.1k subscribers. But, you know, going all the way down here, you know, you can see the types of videos that were being posted and the types of views that I got. 715 views on this video, but this was the first video that we put out this year. January 17, 2020 was the day that I took a leap of faith. Look at the production quality. And that's how EGA was born, right? Now, after this, it has been a series of events that have led me to work extremely hard this year. For the first 6 months of EGA's birth, I have worked extremely hard with putting my head down and burning through all of my savings and relying only on trading income. And after which, I had decided that I have a deeper vision for myself. I want to disrupt the education industry in such a way that people have not seen before. And that is what we are building in 2021, guys. This is exactly, I'm pushing my dreams and my ambitions to the limit here in 2021. I'm creating a system which is a all integrated system for learning, for growing, for compounding. Because that's exactly what we do at EGA. We learn, compound, and grow. That's our motto, right? So, in 2 days, you're about to find out what we've been working on. I can't say anything right now. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I think actually, sorry, not 2 days, but tomorrow you're going to find out. No, sorry, 2 days. What am I saying? It's 2 days, yeah. So you're actually going to find out on the 31st. I'm actually releasing the news on the 1st in Singapore, which is going to be the 31st for you guys. I'm thinking I might post a YouTube video about it, or I may release it on Instagram. That's something that I'm noodling with the idea on how the delivery is going to be, but I'm more than likely going to do a keynote, which is going to be, explaining everything that we have in store for you guys, what we have been building. It's a fully integrated system now. I'm very, very proud because we've been working really hard with for this moment. Me and my team, we now, so EGA used to be a one-man team, which was just me. Then it grew to a two-man team with me and my designer. And now I'm proud to say that we have 6 people on board our team. So, we have now a sales team, a marketing team, a operations team, and then a design team, which falls under marketing as well. So it's like the team is growing. Now, if I want to just put this out there for people who want to be a part of the team, remember that you can always reach out to me and I can always see if you're a fit. EGA is going to be growing, expanding very quickly this year, okay? And we're going to need more people, okay? Now, if you want to take on a specific role, reach out to me and tell me what your skills are. Send your resume to me through Discord, Instagram, wherever you want, or simply ask me for my email so that you can get it and you can send me your resume. If you're looking for a job, if you're a designer, if you're a content creator, if you're a creative, if you're a software developer, if you are any one of the above, you should reach out to me because we are constantly looking for people like that, okay? And I want to put this out as something into the universe where you guys can understand that there are many opportunities out here. And our team's going to grow, substantially this year. And I want you all to have the ability to be a part of it, okay? So that's kind of the story of 2020. And I really hope that, 2021 grows to be an even more beautiful story. And the lessons that I've learned continue to grow. Now, I want to leave you guys with some food for thought or some words for thought, okay? I've realized something that people always do and why people are not successful. People always say you got to be like the 1% in order to make it to the 1%, okay? And I'm going to tell you, this is false. The 1% didn't get there because of luck or because of circumstances. Okay, some people had luck and some people had circumstances. Some people were born with the golden spoon in the mouth. But the 1% gets there because of something called hard work, dedication, and a never wavering talent. So let me leave you guys with some food for thought. The reason why majority of people don't succeed is because they go through phases of what I believe to be a syndrome of laziness. Okay? And let me explain to you what this is. The first thing that majority of people do is they want to see change. Okay? They want change and they recognize this. This is on the most superficial level, the most important thing you can do as a human being. You know that you want to change. Okay? And when you want to change, what happens is you start to think about how you want to change. And let me tell you step one of failure. The first failure is not knowing what you want to change. So what do? They do the same stuff expecting different results. Okay? They do the same stuff expecting different results throughout the whole year, and they expect from this outcome some change. Okay? Obviously, this is not going to happen, right? And then you move on to the second step where this person recognizes that they need to do something different instead. Okay? And then they do something different. And when they do something different, they don't set goals. Okay? They don't have a target on what they're aiming at. This is mistake number 2, where you have the different approach to do something, but you don't have a goal. All right? They kind of aim at this dartboard anywhere and hope to hit it. And that's failure number 2. Failure number 3 is recognizing failure number 1 and 2, setting goals, and then number 3, at the first sight of failure, this person gives up. Okay? The first time they experience failure, they give up. They say, this is not for me. Oops, I'm sorry. This is not for me. Now, if you miraculously pass through phase number 3 and you constantly never give up, then you enter what I call the breakthrough realm of number 4, which is where majority of people give up anyway. And what happens in stage number 4 is you have a series of failures. Okay? You fail, and then you try again, and then you fail, and then you try again, and this cycle repeats itself endlessly. Okay? If you can get past stage number 4, then you are successful. But now you understand why so few people make it into the 1%. Because at the first sight of failure, people give up. At the first sight of fear, it is easy to give up. But if you just keep trying, you will never fail. It is not about how you fail. It is about that you keep trying. It doesn't matter who laughs at you. It doesn't matter who says what about you. You are you. You have a purpose and you need to chase that purpose. And that's how I want to leave you guys for 2020. That is my message for you guys. To recognize that you need to embrace failure. Because this year was the biggest test for me in terms of failures. I encountered the most number of failures this year. And out of all of those failures, I failed to give up. And out of that, I am starting to see that the moment I didn't give up, it's actually working out for my benefit. So let that be an inspiration to you guys, or take it however you will. Obviously, I'm not trying to profess to be a successful person in any way. All I'm saying is keep it real. Be the success that you want to see in yourselves. And that's all I have to say. All right, so getting into the live stream today, let's have a look at the news. EU and China signed an investment agreement to open Chinese market. This is interesting. Let's see what that deal will be talking about. You know, it's going to be a bunch of different things that are happening. Remember that geopolitical tensions are still tense around the world. This is something of a secular trend that I've been talking about, okay? And it's something that you have to keep track of into 2021. This is a key thing that I have been mentioning on past live streams as well, okay? The Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine won the UK clearance, so probably will win FDA approval soon as well, or we'll see if it does. People are still pretty, scared about China's vaccines, so they're not really using them. So these extra vaccines that are coming in are really going to help that. Now, Samsung Air faces 9 years in jail as bribery. Damn, that's crazy. Fake halal meat scandal, Muslim majority. That's crazy. Wow. Cool. By the way, I mean, in case anyone wants to know what I'm going to be doing on New Year's Day, I actually do the same thing every year. I wake up on New Year's Day and I go donate a bunch of things to places which I feel need them. So it's basic things. I usually do like rice, oil, I don't know, milk, you know, like things that people would use, you know, and I go to a bunch of different places where people are needy and I donate them. So that's what I'll be doing right after I launch the business at 6 a.m. here in Singapore. It's going to be 6 a.m. my time, 2 p.m. your time on the first, on the 31st for you guys, 2 p.m. Pacific time, I believe, and then 6 a.m. on my time. So I'll be sleeping really early on the 31st. No partying, no drinking for me. Those days are past and behind me. I do not want to be drunk and hungover on New Year's Day. I want to start my year with a bang. Therefore, I will not be out partying, and I will be instead concentrating on the launch that we have in front of us. So yeah, try to start your year off with a good deed, guys. Go donate something. Go do something good for somebody. You know, talk to that person that you have been longing to talk to. Do something good for somebody else. You know, there's a lot of things that can be done which will build your karma meter up this year. You know, and I think that all of us could use some extra karma points this year after the things that we've been through. You know. So this is this. U.S. reports the first case of the virus variant. This might be a problem. Police receive warning about Nashville bombing suspect. Okay, blocks holding quick vote on 2,000 checks. Oh no, this sounds crazy. Okay, record IPO search set to roll on. Remember, guys, what I've been talking about IPO, right? We've been talking about IPO, and I put out this post. What, yesterday? XLF, all right? XLF. Remember, XLF top holdings are investment banks and a mix of other financials, okay? All these companies in XLF are going to benefit directly from IPOs, all right? Majority of them, at least. You know, you have your Berkshire, you have JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. These three investment banks will be directly benefiting from all IPOs because majority of underwriting for all IPOs are done by these big investment banks, okay? And because they do the underwriting, they command a high fee and options. So it literally affects their bottom line directly, okay? So remember that. Banks pound to government debt, settling up dupe loop, sequel in Europe, okay, cool. Treasury rate is stable for now, but we have to keep checking this, remember that. We've been looking at the treasury rate as a very good indicator for risk off, risk on coming up in this next 2 to 3 weeks. Remember what I said, the projection is for the next 2 to 3 weeks for us to see a downward correction. If I were you and you wanted to hold some positions over this time period, I would absolutely be opening up hedges here just to hedge your portfolio against any kind of a drop. We're not in a severely overbought phase, but I think that we could see, you know, flushes down to, you know, these specific key levels. You can see the S&P 500 here making lower lows here. Starting to make lower lows, and it's the Dow Jones doing the same, okay? So we want to be making sure that we're keeping on track of these things. I will also be coming up with a lot more structure and reports for you guys, but more on that later because that's all going to be part of the launch. You know, as I said, there are big, huge things coming. There are, you know, I want to devote all my time to research. And I think that is what really brings value to this community. So if you want to be, you know, accessing all the research and stuff, I recommend you to definitely be watching the launch very closely because that is what we're concentrating on. That is what my dream is for EGA. It's to concentrate on education in a completely unorthodox manner, okay? Okay, so pre-market here on the heat map. And actually, I just want to go back and see this month's performance so you can see what really is green here. We have your tech, you have Apple, you have Disney, Netflix, Micron, some semiconductors. Nvidia is down 2% this month. And I think that Nvidia had been bought up for a while, so maybe it's time for it to also maybe join the rally soon. And I've been talking about Nvidia actually for a while as well. Like this one's been really brooding. It's been brooding for a while, you know. It has that really nice consolidation kind of thing going on. It's been in a kind of a descending pattern here, and this breakout is going to be pretty crazy if it does happen. So keep your eyes on Nvidia. You know, remember what we said about Amazon, and look at what happened to Amazon. Literally last live stream, you guys know this. The last live stream and the previous live streams, we have been talking about Amazon making this move. And last live stream, I told you guys it's consolidating nicely above this pennant, and boom, it broke up like huge. Okay, so it pays to attend this live stream. People who are here, you know it. You know it pays to attend the live stream. Our target for Amazon still holds 3388, somewhere around this level. So make sure that you're, you know, keeping track of this one as well. Everybody who made money on Amazon here, dude, congratulations. Okay, congratulations. Boeing's still following our trend here. Very interesting. We said, you know, maybe goes up or down. There were a whole bunch of stocks that we were following here. So 1 month performance, you can see where is the majority of the red here. It's all in utilities, industrials, railroads, you know, aerospace and defense. Boeing is like broken even this month. You have, what else? CRM, Salesforce, which is another company that I'm telling you guys that I have been adding positions on at this price, and I will continue to add more. This month alone is down 10%, and I think that it's irrationally sold off. This company still has a strong economic moat, and its long-term advantage is still intact, okay? It doesn't mean that they acquire another company means all of a sudden they're worth less, all right? Yeah, there is a little bit of dilution, but it doesn't make sense for the price to go down by 10%. So for me, this is a discount opportunity for you to pick up, you know, CRM here at a cheaper price here. Okay, so CRM is one that you should be looking to pick up here. Dipping like multiple times in this demand zone. This is once again another opportunity. Make sure, you know, I've been talking about this for a while, and you, also remember what I said about Baba. You guys know what I've been talking about. I've been talking about Baba for such a long time, right? Okay, Baba obviously sold off more, and then after it sold off, you know, huge buying volume came in, right? So these are things you have to watch out. Like, you know, you can't time the market. Okay, let's say you purchase some right here when Baba sold off, and then it went further down. Well, you buy more. You know, like that's how you got to do it. You know, just keep averaging in your long-term positions. That's as an investor and as a trader, you need to be able to muscle those kinds of things. Remember, we have an intrinsic valuation of $280 for this stock. Okay, this stock has a pretty high intrinsic value, and it's selling way below our margin of safety. So which means that we need to be taking this seriously and purchasing shares here, which is what I've done. I've added CRM and Baba to my long-term positions. And also another one that I'm adding is going to be Tencent. Okay, I really like this company. This sell-off is not warranted for this business. I like Tencent as a business. I'm going to be adding Tencent holdings to my portfolio sometime today. All right, so I'm going to pick up possibly about 100 shares of Tencent and hold them, and then sell covered calls against them. You know, make that dividend income, make your portfolio grow passively. Remember, this is not about the short term, this is about the long term. It's about how you're going to feel when you are 40 years old sitting in the Bahamas sipping on the pina colada, right? You don't want to be sitting in front of your chair trading options your whole life, do you? No, you want to be converting all your active gains that you make in your trading life into passive gains, okay? Ticker symbol for Tencent is TCEHY. That's what it is. T is on here, preaching y'all definitely words of wisdom. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, I didn't think my janitorial skills would be of use. Actually, you know what? We could use your janitorial skills. Hit me up, bro. I got you. We might need to, you know, clean a little bit of the inside space of what we're you know, building. So if you know what I mean. 5:53 a.m. here in Los Angeles. Joshua, that is very commendable, and that just shows that you are a committed member of the EGA tribe. I am very, very, very humbled by that. Thank you so much for tuning in and turning up. You know, tell me how you feel turning up for EGA streams. Is it helpful for you? You know, what makes you keep coming back? I honestly, I love it. I love hearing things like this because I want to know how you guys feel being here. You know, I know we don't have like a huge following or anything like that, but you know what? The people that are here are real, and that's what I want. I want people who are following this because they're real and they see the value of being here. You know, we do things that are not hype. We do things for the right reasons, and that is what matters. We don't want to build no hype. We don't want clout. We don't want to be, you know, flashing our Corvettes or, I don't know, writing articles about our company. No, we don't want those things. We want to build a community that is empowering. That is what it will always be about, okay? When's the next big announcement going to be? It's going to be tomorrow or the day after. So basically, let me just give you guys a lowdown. So the biggest announcement is going to be on the 1st, okay? At 2, I think it's, let me see, what time is it going to be? 6 a.m. Singapore time, EST. 5 p.m. and 2 p.m. on the 31st, okay? 2 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 31st of December for you guys is when the announcement will be coming out, okay? For what EGA has been building, everything, all the products that we're offering, everything that you know, the new EGA V2.0 is going to be live at that time, okay? So I know many of you are going to be busy, but take a second to have a look at it. And it's okay if you're not going to be able to look at it right away. You know, just make sure that it's something that you look at it by the end of the day, okay? So course signups will also be going live at the same time, along with some other stuff, okay? For those people who haven't heard about our announcement, just want to let you know that Wave 13 is coming back on the 1st of Jan. So this is actually going to be a class that will be starting on the 4th of January, okay? 4th of January, so you have from, you know, like a couple of days to sign up for that, right? And by the way, from now onwards, there's no system where like you need to sign up between Saturday and Sunday. No, it's just for this specific wave because we don't want to release the information prior to this. We want it to be a rolling basis starting from the 1st. Therefore, after this, you'll be able to actually sign up for the courses whenever you want. And then the content will be available on the days of the class, okay? And it's always going to be live sessions. Remember, what is important for us is that these are always live sessions, all right? Now, for the people who don't know, we have Wave 13 will be starting on the 4th of January to the 8th of January, and classes will be 9 p.m. Eastern Time every single day, okay? And we'll be doing them through Zoom, all right? This course has almost 1,000 students and counting, alumni, 14,000 hours of video watched, and 100% course completion rate, all right? Nobody has ever not completed this course, all right? Also, it's a 5-day course with 3-hour live classes. It's live, all right? No recorded shit. We don't believe in recordings. Why? Because we want to let you learn from the real world perspective, all right? And 2 live trading sessions will be included in those, okay? More importantly, enrollment will be opening on the 1st, okay? Well, technically 31st, so you can go in and already schedule and purchase the course on that day. The price is going to be $330 for a 5-day course. You'll be learning from me directly, okay? And if you have been losing money or trading flat, you can't figure it out why, this course is for you. If you want to gain confidence in your trading psychology and improve your risk management, this course is for you. If you want to learn fundamental analysis, you want to integrate that into your trading style, this course is for you. You want to learn how to ride winners longer, this course is for you. And fine-tuning your own trading style, then take this course, all right? This is the basic course, and then we'll have intermediate the week after, all right? This is the curriculum. We have Introduction to Financial Indices, Risk to Reward, Behavioral Mistakes. You can go have a look at this on my Instagram page, all right? Go have a look at it. I don't want to waste time on this stream. But look at the curriculum here. You'll learn about options. You'll learn about the different types of trades. You'll learn about my setups. You'll learn about my system. You'll learn about options deep dives. You'll learn about fundamental analysis. You'll learn about the EGA platform, okay? What platform are we talking about? Well, this is something that you'll have to figure out. Here are some testimonials. Go read them, okay? Cool. If you want to hear If you want to hear a testimonial from Jeff, one of our mentees, watch this video. He has said it very nicely. Okay, this guy went from losses to profits, and it's crazy. All right, so those are the kinds of things to expect. So watch Instagram. That's where majority of things we posted when we're live, etc., etc. You'll be able to access the website. You'll be able to have a look at it, see what we've been doing. All right, cool. Let me read some of these comments here in the chat because I feel like a lot of people are messaging here. Okay, so okay, announcement on the 31st, bro. This is amazing. Thank you for all you do. You're a very inspiring person. Thank you, Adolf. Appreciate that. Much love to you, brother. Thank you. Baba so hot right now. Exactly, I believe in that as well. Ticker for 10 cents. I told you that. Start buying gold. I think it rallied in 2021. Good alternative investment. Landon, we actually went through that in our previous live stream. Gold is actually on our snipe list right now. I'm not sure if you missed it, but yeah, we have already been talking about gold in the previous live stream, and I was gonna reiterate this today, so I'm gonna go through this really quickly. Baba, CRM and Tencent is your strike and expiry for them on the snipe list. No, I'm buying shares. I'm not buying options for them. If you want to buy options, make sure you go with leaps. Make sure you go 9 months at least expiries. Okay. T, what do you think about SWN? What is SWN? Southwestern Energy. Okay. Looks like a too small of a market cap for me to even consider. Market cap 1.6 billion. Yeah, it's a bit small for me to consider. It depends on what they do, what's their economic situation. Eric, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to really say much about this company since I don't know much about it, but the market cap below 10 billion makes me a little uncomfortable because this is easily manipulated. You can see this is the reason why the price rises and drops so quickly. I avoid trading stocks like this. T, you think JD will hit 90 this week? Well, let's see. I don't think so. There's not a lot of volume. That's the issue here. Well, some volume, but not like crazy volume. Okay, well, obviously, if we break... Oh, pre-market's already at 87, actually. Just kidding. Interesting. Somebody bought a whole bunch of shares pre-market here. I don't know. It would kind of depend on how this one trades today. I see it's broken out of this price action here. You'd have to really watch this one throughout the day today. I'm sorry, I'm not really going to be able to call whether it's going to hit 90. But if it does break and find momentum, then yeah, 90 is a possibility. But I wouldn't do weekly options on this. Absolutely do not do that, okay? I want to learn so I can quit cleaning toilets before I'm 55. Absolutely, man. Beginner trader, my first time here. This is great insight on how a morning trader's routine should be. Awesome, Joshua. I'm glad that you can be a part of it. I definitely realize that, and this is the reason why, I do what I do, because I know that many people, they have these blocks. Like, where do you start? And, I'm really working on putting out more content like that. Like, how do you get your mojo? How do you get into the rhythm of the market? This is what I'm going to be focusing on in 2021. So I really hope that you'll keep coming back to see the stuff like that. Also, if you're a first-time user in this live stream, I highly recommend you to go check out our playlist. In our playlist here, look at the growth webinars playlist over here, and you will find treasure. Okay, these are all amazing things for you to watch. I highly recommend you go have a look at this playlist. Seriously, guys, take some time to look at the playlist. I've spent a lot of time making that playlist, and it is very, very important videos on there. The energy on this stream helps me come back. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad to hear it. Also here at 5:30 out in Orange County. Dude, that's amazing, Jalil. Welcome to the stream. I'm really, really appreciative of that. Any announcements on Ichi about call options yesterday because of your IG video, and it's been great. Just looking to know when to get out. I would recommend to get out now. I would recommend to get out now. There's a reason why. I'm going to go through it in a second here. I think that this price is going to come down a little bit more. I'm going to get to it in a second. Okay. All right, let's see here. Just want to answer some more questions here, and then I'm going to start with the breakdowns here. TM, look at W leaves. Looks like it could come back. Demand zone retreat. Could bounce soon. Take the class, guys. It's worth it. Thank you, Mario, for saying that. Best class I ever took. Melissa says, learn to hedge too. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Classes are dope. They touch on everything. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. Let's see. Missed it. Great minds think alike. Look at its chart too. Legates of the metals. Absolutely. Your live stream is awesome. I have an alarm set so I can operate heavy equipment and listen in. Keep it up, sir. Aaron, that is very, very inspirational. Thank you very much for that. What y'all got wrenches next to your names? Oh, that's because they're mods. You want to be one? Gapped up further away from recent import. AVWA. Oh, DVBops. Okay, got it. Michael, got it. Thoughts on IWN expiry. This is a Russell 2000, right? Okay, I know you guys have lots of questions. So let me cover the snipe list real quick. And then after that, cover the intrinsic value of IQ. And then I'm going to answer any questions you have. So let's get through this really quickly here. Okay, in terms of market movement today, I don't expect there to be a very volatile day. All right, almost the second last trading day of the year. Okay, and then markets will be closed on the 1st, and then after that we'll be open back up on the 4th again. So expect a very light trading day this next 1 to 2 days. All right, today especially and the day after. All right, I don't know if we'll see very volatile moves, but I don't think that we will. Okay, now next thing is the snipe list. So let's have a look at it. The only 3 new additions on the snipe list are Amazon, Zoom, and Disney. Okay, Amazon to the upside, expand the holiday season and pandemic drives US sales higher, broke out of the pendant on the daily time frame, and Tesla wants to add Amazon Music to car systems. Okay, so this is one thing that we're looking at. Amazon, we've been looking at this for a while. I told you guys about it. It has been on the watch list for a while. Okay, the fact that it broke out here, watch for the rejection up here at the 3367 level, 3360 basically. If it gets rejected, then we'll see a push down before another wave up. Okay, so do not be entering Amazon here, but what we want to do is wait for this to actually pull back. Let me go on the 1 hour chart here because we're looking at a 4 hour chart right now. What we want is potentially a wave up, wave down, and then a continuation to the upside. Okay, we don't want to be purchasing anything here. Okay, so be careful. All right, next one. So by the way, here the risk to reward ratio favors the upside because of the bullish continuation, by the way. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I amended the chart here, so yeah, the chart's already up there. Now the next one is Zoom, and this more bullish vaccine news with schools being notified when vaccines are ready. Multiple states and countries have started vaccinating the population. Stay-at-home stocks have fallen across the board. We see Zoom as a bearish opportunity. It has continued to be bearish, but for the time being, this is going to be a push up before another push down. Okay, so be careful. Would you ever do one-on-one portfolio reviews of past trades and help sessions? Alex, this is the reason why I say you got to stay tuned for announcements. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Damn, I gave something away. I shouldn't have said anything. Since I already said something. But yes, this is something that EGA will be doing in the future. This is part of our the services that we offer, actually part of the mentorship course. You can always reach out to me one-on-one, and I will absolutely be willing and able to help you out on those things. Okay, that's just something we do because I believe in the success of my students, and that is something that I would absolutely do. All right. Coolio. So, risk to reward ratio on Zoom favors the downside, but the problem here is that we've already had the drop. So what do we got to do here is wait for this push up, rejection of the moving averages, which will eventually come down, slope here, right? And this one will probably come down here, and this one will probably come down here, right? And then wait for that rejection somewhere up here, and then enter short again here. Okay? That's what we're looking at here. So this is a marinate trade. All right. The next one is Disney. All right. Disney is a streaming service that has been increasing during pandemic lockdowns, and it's planning to boost original content. So the market seems to be pricing in reopenings. Okay. And we like the upside on this one, but be cautiously bullish with this one. Okay. Cautiously bullish. We see a profit target range of the 187 range within the next 1 to 2 months. And we see a really nice uptrend forming. So with that being said, we like this. We like playing this to the upside. Okay, we like playing this to the upside. As you can see. Okay. So with Disney here, playing this to the upside upon the break of 197 or 180, in fact, even 180 with good volume is a good play to the upside here, all the way for an $8 move. Okay, this is what we're watching on Disney here. So these are all the picks on the watch list. You can go have a look at it. Remember, the link is in the chat. Top link on there. Make sure you go have a look. This is the snipe list and we'll be, you know, posting this periodically here, and I'll be going through, you know, all these ideas. All right, cool. So that's your snipe list. Let's do the quick breakdown of IQ here, the ticker of the week this week. So I did the intrinsic valuation of this business. It is currently at $14.87. So we have a actually. So one thing about IQ is we had to do a 5-year DCF model for this one because we only have very little data. So a 5-year DCF model here looks like this a little bit. We're looking at growth to be about 2.5%. This year, 4%. It's been trading relatively flat because of how revenues have been very stagnated, right? You can see revenues haven't really been growing quarter over quarter. It's been stagnant, okay? And so market's starting to price in a temporary dip here, and so market has already put in that dip here. So we're not expecting this to grow very much. If we were to forecast it right now, you know, we're looking at that 2.5% range, and then 4.0 range, and then 6% if growth picks up, okay? That gives us a 15% downside here temporarily. Now, if IQ for some reason outperforms next quarter, then we'd have to reevaluate this company's valuation, okay? And assume new growth rates, okay? By the way, guys, if you've been enjoying this stream so far and you really want to help me out and you really want to be a part of this tribe, I really would appreciate if you take a second out of your day to hit the like button and smash it. You know, hit the subscribe as well if you haven't. Make sure that you know, keep in the loop with EGA stuff because we have big things coming your way and we really want you to be a part of it, okay? So hit the like button if you haven't. It's the thumbs up button. That helps me and helps this stream reach other people and other YouTubers who are looking for pre-market updates and also want to learn in an educational manner. Remember, this stream is not focused on giving you fish. It is focused on teaching you how to fish. This has always been EGA's model and it will always be EGA's model. So I hope that you guys will take a second out of your day to just help me out a little bit and smash the like button. Thank you very much. Cool. So, intrinsic valuation wise, 1487, that's what we came up with. If you look at the stream running picks here, I actually put the intrinsic valuation down already. So fair value estimates here in this tab, you can see that I've already updated that one there. Make sure that, you know, you are continually checking this. I'm also going to go ahead and update the rest of them that we've been doing since the start of time. I just haven't got time to go and look at them, but I will sometime this weekend probably. Great. Okay. Now, alrighty. So, one of the reasons why IQ is a disastrous investment right now is because of how they have an unstable amount of debt without turning profit. And, you know, this is worse than the Netflix situation, actually, because Netflix still had coffers that were willing to back them based on growing numbers. But now, when growth is stagnated, you got to ask yourself the question, what kind of a corner are they backing themselves into? And as I mentioned on Monday, this business is now in a phase where they are in a last hurrah. You know when you have accepted your fate and you just want to go kamikaze? Yeah, that's what's happening here. So if you're an investor and you put down money here, this is a very high risk, high reward investment. Okay, and I'm not saying it's a bad investment. All I'm telling you is if you have the stomach for risk, then go for it. But, you know, it's a high risk, high reward investment. And I personally won't buy any shares until it comes down to at least this $14, which is exactly where our demand zone is. So our intrinsic valuation actually lines up very perfectly with where the shares were being demanded, which is right here. Look at this, right? This is exactly where it was being demanded. And so, you know, we have that 15% downside. Why would I want to buy at $17 if it's going to come down a little bit more? Of course, it's going to make a little bit of an up wave here before coming back down again. So, you know, don't be tricked by this up wave. I'm guaranteeing it almost that market makers will try to buy this up and then sell again down into the buying pressure, okay? Remember that you don't get just trapped on the way down. You get trapped on the way up sometimes too, okay? So be very careful of that, okay? All right, so that's your intrinsic valuation there. Financials wise, this company is doing doo-doo. Revenues decreasing or staying stagnant. EPS has been negative for since inception. ROE has been negative since inception. Okay. And ROE is becoming increasingly negative. Not a good sign, guys. Okay, not a good sign. This company is not a good one right now, but then if you buy into it, chances are you're probably going to make decent money in the future just because it's going to get sold down so hard. Okay, excellent. So now let me answer some of these questions that are in the chat here so that we have some time here. Okay, T, I'm looking at some W leaps. Looks like it came back from demand zone, reaches back to 200 EMA on the daily chart. Could bounce soon. W, that's way fair. On the daily chart. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I see what you're saying, Carmen, but here's the issue. I was just looking at the 1 hour chart. Yeah, this is now bearish, brother. So look, you have your lower highs and your lower lows. This might actually come down to make a lower low again. You cannot take this here because you don't have a confirmation that this is now making higher highs. What you have to wait for is a marinade of this to start making an uptrend. Okay, you can't take this here unless it breaks out of this region here, and then your upside is still pretty huge. So my advice to you is stop trying to chase this and then getting burnt by all of this. Wait for the confirmation, and when you're ready, then you can chase this. You see what I'm saying, bro? Just basic logic there, okay? Question, if I want to buy a call at $40 strike and sell 43 strike, is this bullish? You buy a $40 strike and you sell the 43 strike, so you receive you'll receive premium that is less than what you buy. So yes, that is called a debit spread, and yes, this is a bullish spread. As long as you're paying money for that option, it is going to be a bullish spread. If you're receiving money and you're betting on the downside, then it would be a bearish play. So for example, let's say you buy the 320 call and you sell the 340 call. This call is going to be cheaper than this call. Therefore, this call that you sell, this credit is going to offset the debit and make your call that you bought at 320 cheaper. Okay? That is what we call a debit spread. Now with the debit spread, what happens here is that you can only make money when the stock is trading between 320 and 340. Your max debit or your max profit is when the stock trades at $339, okay, or 339.99, okay? That's when your max profit would be. The moment you go above 340, that's when you will now your 340 strike would be closed out. Why? Because you sold this option and you sold the call, so it's gonna force you to close this entire spread out. Because you have a bought call and a sold call, you're now obligated to buy short shares 100 here, and your long shares 100 here. So this forces this trade to be closed, and what your profit will be is the difference between the spread, which is $20 times 100, which is $2,000. Okay. Of course, minus the debit that you paid for it. I hope that was understandable. So yeah, it is a bullish play. Thoughts on puts for IWN. So, okay. I don't disagree with this one, and I like it actually. I like it, Michael. Let's see, 115, 122 strikes. Yeah, absolutely, sure. In fact, yeah, 119, 120 seems good. So 122 is great actually. That's a good one. This is actually one that you guys should look at. You know, Russell 2000 stocks. Small mid cap here, they will be the first ones to drop, you know, and that 120, 122 zone here is a great level of target. I would definitely recommend that. But one thing I gotta say is your expiry is too near. 115 is too near. You gotta do at least 2 months out, brother. Gapped up further away from recent important VWAPs. Yep, that's okay, cool. Expedia 150 call for January 15th. 150s. Damn, son. Why so bullish though? I see. You're betting on what, all-time high? I mean, okay, but I think your expiry is too short. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I don't haven't seen the momentum yet too. That's the thing. Be very, very cautious. If you're gonna buy this option, I recommend you to go a couple months out with Expedia. Don't take such a short expiry, Isidoro, because I think that time value is really gonna buy you some additional premium there. When scalping on a 1 minute chart, what would you say the most important things is to recognize key levels of support and resistance? If so, please elaborate. Much love from LA. Okay, so let's talk about scalping for a second here, and let's talk about support and resistance. Now, one thing about scalping that really helps is using VWAPs. Okay, so if I'm doing a 1 minute kind of a scalp, I don't look at any one of these indicators, by the way. So let me show you. If I'm scalping, I'm not even looking at moving averages. I'm not even looking at support and resistance. I'm strictly using volume, OBV, and VWAP. This is what I'm using, okay? Now, with VWAP, you can know what is the volume-weighted average price, okay? So, with the VWAP, what you will be looking at is volume-based, and then if you see volume flowing out but the stock going up, then you know that there are only buyers here, okay? There are only buyers here. And so these are a couple of things, right? Stock trading above the VWAP, that's getting extremely bullish, right? If you look on the 5 minute, it's probably the best. And I like to scalp on the 5 minute too, by the way. Stock above the VWAP is bullish, right? Stock below the VWAP, bearish, right? Stock trading between the VWAP, below or above, it depends, okay? It depends on the volume, depends on the volume profile. And what I do is I also open up my volume profile, which is my sidebars here, to tell me where liquidity is lacking. So for example here, this is where liquidity is lacking right now, right? This is more than likely where the stock could possibly move to fill that liquidity void, okay? Another spot it could move would be up here, right? So these are the two spots that this stock could move in the short term. These are the kinds of things that you need to look at when you're trading on a 1 minute and you're looking at price action. There's a lot of things that you will need to understand this process, which will be taught in the technical analysis course, which will be released in February 2021. So people who have been asking me when the technical analysis course is, you now know. It's going to be in February 2021. And if you guys are excited about that, throw a fire emoji in the chat, because I want to see that. All right, let's have a look. What else are we looking at here? Apple 138 calls for 115. 138. Sorry, let me just switch it back here. Take this off. Oops. And by the way, guys, my technical analysis course is not going to be pre-recorded. You can absolutely be sure that it is not going to be pre-recorded. It's going to be live classes. Why? Because EGA only believes in live classes. All right? We don't believe in pre-recorded stuff because that's just not the way to teach. And if you're paying money, like $300+ to be a part of the class and it's pre-recorded, I'm not throwing shade, but all I'm saying is you're not getting much out of it. You're just watching a video that somebody has made and is just trying to monetize the shit out of. And I don't like that. I personally don't like that. It's just tacky to me. I don't know about you guys, but it's tacky to me. I would never pay for something like that. If you're paying for a course, it has to be live. Somebody has to be teaching you. You feel me? 138 here, yeah, it's possible by 115. I would think so, Anthony. But then I would also be very cautious because Apple has been overbought here a little bit. So I would be extremely cautious. I mean, it could keep going, but honestly, I wouldn't bet on this one. The risk to reward ratio is not favoring the upside here. The risk to reward ratio favors the downside, unfortunately, Anthony. NVIDIA 540s for 115 or 219. 540s. Yeah, so Landon, this is another one that I was talking about, right? Earlier, NVIDIA. And I definitely recognize it. It's been squeezing hard, man. It's been squeezing hard. The only thing that annoys me about this is that it's recently entered into a bearish kind of a formation here. This is making lower lows, you know, like boop 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 boop. You know, this is no bueno. This is no bueno, man. You know, looks like it wants to make a move down further. You know, let's wait for NVIDIA to make a move above the 530s to try and chase the 550 after that. Like the $20 move up here should actually be decent money. That's all I'm gonna say. 540. Okay, cool. AMD 97 calls for 150. By the way, I would go with the 219s, Landon, not the 115s, if you wanted to go for that one. But I do see the merit of it though. So it's kind of up to you if you want to take the risk on. Okay, let's first of all delete this away because this is now invalid. Remember, some of these triangles are not valid. See, this one got invalidated, right? And then this also, let's delete this away. This uptrend here is now invalidated. Definitely not perfect, guys. See what I mean? Okay, so AMD was in a nice little bull flag. It broke out, came down. Now it's finding consolidation again. And you're saying 97 calls for 115. 97 up here. Oh, man. Okay, I see what you're saying, but this is a bit dangerous to take them here, don't you think? I mean, you're playing the bounce, I get it, but I just don't see the confirmation yet. You know, let that two waves form, you know, on the 15-minute at least. You know, let that nice little 1-2 wave form, you know. That 1-2 kind of wave, that 1-2 wave. You know, you want to enter on the second wave here, you know, to catch this to the upside. You get what I'm saying, Landon? You know, that 15-minute kind of tactic that I always show you guys, even on the mentorship course. I keep telling you guys, look on the 15 minutes, wait for those two waves to form, get your second wave entry, and then you're good to go, you know. So that's what I would recommend. Oh, market is open. That's right. Okay, well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm sorry that I can't answer the rest of the questions. What I want to say is, guys, have a great new year, man. You know, much love from me to you, to your family, to everybody. I really appreciate you guys supporting me through this year. You know, from the bottom of my heart, I love all of you guys, seriously. You know, sticking around, supporting EGA. And I just promise you that what's coming in 2021 is so much better. You know, EGA was very all over the place this year. And, you know, I've finally been working on something that puts everything together in one place. That's so much more accessible, provides so much of value. And at the same time, I know that when you have a look at it, you're just going to be like, I want to be a part of this, you know. So with that being said, watch out for the announcement. 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. Eastern time on the 31st, which is, for you, is the day after tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. And Happy New Year's to all of you guys. See you guys on the... Oh, we didn't even choose a ticker. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to choose a ticker this time. We're going to start the ticker. I'm going to choose a ticker for what we're going to do for next week's live stream. And I'll make sure that we pick a good ticker. Okay. So I want to say Happy New Year's to all of you guys. I love all of you. Take care. Watch out for the announcements. Message me if you have questions. Remember what I said about reaching out to me. Okay. And yeah. Take care. Make sure you don't get too drunk, guys. But do get drunk. Have fun. I know I will. So I'll see you guys in 2021. Take care. Peace out, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.